Hey everybody, so I'd like to take the opportunity right now to talk about how I use video and keywords to keep my athletes focused on what they're doing in the Olympic lifts. If you're familiar with the Olympic lifts, you know that they happen quickly, and any errors, especially at higher percentages of their 1 rep max, can cause both a failure in a lift and a dangerous situation for the athlete. So I'm going to go through a video that shows a full snatch, and then it drops it down into slow motion. So if I had an athlete here, I would first point out the setup position. A lot of my athletes have a tendency to try to rush through that setup, and just kind of pointing out, like, hey, if you don't have the bar in the correct position, if you're not tense with your body, you're already setting yourself up for failure with the lift. So go ahead and play the video. That's, of course, a full speed snatch. Stopping here in the slow motion, asking the athlete what they see. What do they see with the back? What do they see with the knees? Is the bar moving around the knees or the knees moving back? How long does the athlete stay grounded? We know that in Olympic lifts that the longer that you can stay grounded before you come up on your toes, the more successful you're going to be in the lift. He's really, really patient in that first pull. He's got full hip extension. Now you see here he's coming up on his toes. And then he drops into the bottom of the snatch. He's now dropping his chest forward. His weight's still on his heels. And he's got a nice tight core. And he stands up. His knees have no collapse inward. They stay out and activated. And then he is there completing the lift. So I think that this is a really, really great tool to use with athletes, whether or not you're trying to show a successful lift or to show a failure. So if the athlete moves the bar in the wrong bar path, if they lose that timing as they come up in the first and second pull. So this is a great tool to show something that maybe they're also a little bit disconnected to because we don't know who that is, it's not them. So showing this video is a great tool, then going into actually performing the lifts, using cue words. Of course, it depends on the athlete. So if the athlete's starting that second pull too early, saying, hey, patience in that first pull. If they're not fully extending the hips, really saying, hey, your cue word could be powerful hip extension. You can even change the movement, causing them to go from the high hang or the hang, because they're really going to feel the effects of not having a full hip extension. Slow elbows, quick transition, speed, think explosive. All of those keywords to get them to move quickly in the lift while still being patient enough to wait through that full first pull. Another good exercise that you can pair with this is after they complete the lift, ask them how they felt, especially if you've noticed some errors. So if you notice them putting their butt up before raising the chest, so they're off on the timing, hey, how did you feel as you lifted the bar off the ground? Do you think you had a good position? Or maybe they stepped forward when they stood up from the snatch. Hey, where was the bar when you caught it? Was your core tight? How did you feel there? And then coupling that with a video, so the athlete can self-analyze and then check the video and they can see what happened and what didn't happen. So in that moment, you're able to better draw attention to what they're doing. So it's really important that the athlete has an idea of what they're doing with their body. And if they're not paying attention to that, if they're just going through the motion, then they're not going to be as successful as they could be. So to recap, I like to use video cues. I like to pair that with cue words during the lift. And I also like to take video of them so that they can focus more on the movement of their own body, have more self-consciousness there. And that's worked pretty well with the Olympic lifts. So thanks for your time.